A magical city with bridges, cathedrals, church domes, and all things good. This is a city that has enthralled everyone with its bespoke beauty for over 10 centuries. Hi, today we are in Prague, checking it all out. A diamond among pearls in the necklace of cities, Prague is the capital of Czech Republic, a Central European country with borders to Poland, Germany, Austria, and its apportioned sibling Slovakia. Founded in the late 9th century, this city is nicknamed the City of 100 Spires, as it forms the heart of medieval Europe. Bisected by the Vltava River, Prague as we know it today is a unification of 4 towns: the Old Town, the Lesser Town, the Castle, and the New Town. The Old Town, or Stare Mesto, is Prague's historic center on the eastern side of the river Vltava. Narrow cobblestone streets with pubs and food joints at every other corner take you right into the heart of Prague's charm. The Old Town Square, the Old Town Hall, the Clock Tower, Astronomical Clock are some of the sights worth seeing. At the center of the Old Town Square is the memorial dedicated to the Czech reformer Jan Hus, who was burned at the stake for his beliefs against the Catholic Church. The Old Town Hall on the square is one of the most visited monuments in Prague. For just about 250 Czech crowns or 10 euros at the current rate, an ultra-modern elevator takes you from the square below to 70 meters high in the air to the viewing gallery of the Old Town Tower. But the star of the square is certainly the 600-year-old Astronomical Clock, the oldest working clock in the world. This medieval clock that accurately shows the local time, positions of the sun and the moon are indeed the work of a genius. At the stroke of each hour, 12 marching apostles and the skeleton that represents death striking the time draws the attention of the crowd that's gaping below. While you wait for the right minute, cafes around there offer some local variety along with other European cuisines. Treading along narrow paths, it is not so hard to guess that all roads lead to the postcard image of Prague, the Charles Bridge. Built in the early 15th century, this iconic stone arch bridge across the river Vltava is the most beautiful structure of Prague. For over 4 centuries, it served as the only means of connection across the river. But today, its only purpose is to stand there and look gorgeous while musicians, artists, and jewelry makers sell their art to spellbound tourists. The construction of the bridge started at 5:31 am on 9th July 1357. The Czechs believe that this particular time that forms a palindrome is shielding the bridge even today despite devastating natural calamities. Spanning a length of 500 meters, 30 beautifully sculpted statues of patron saints adorn the length of the bridge on either side. The most prominent among them is that of the Bohemian saint John of Nepomuk. Unlike the other statues, this one's completely made of bronze and stands as a tribute to the saint who was thrown into the river for having refused to divulge the secrets of the queen. At the foot of the statue lie a couple of plaques which is known to bring luck to those who rub it. The plaques are therefore very shiny and can be easily spotted, thanks to the tourists. A few meters away from the statue of Saint John is another bronze plaque marking the place where the saint was thrown over into the river below. A rather interesting perspective to see Prague is from the river itself. Several boat tour operators make it easy for you to hop aboard on one of their well-maintained boats to see the famous landmarks. We found one such tour operator, the only tour that starts right under the Charles Bridge. At 340 Czech crowns or 13 euros, this 45-minute ride also gives you free entry to the Charles Bridge Museum. That's something interesting for all the history buffs out there. The ticket also covers a beverage and gingerbread or ice cream. As it is one of the most popular ones in Prague, be prepared to wait in line. With the boat departing every 15 minutes, your turn should not take too long. The boats on this tour are a classic tribute to the vintage boats that sailed these waters in the 16th century, minimalist and elegant. A ride along the narrow canal that resembles Venice is the highlight of the tour. Known as the Devil's Canal, this is a narrow stream drawn from the main river to keep the mills running. View of the castle, hills, and towers from the river is an experience that no other European city offers. Hidden away from the usual crowd is the museum dedicated to the history of Charles Bridge. The museum takes you on a trip down the history lane, showing the different stages of construction of the bridge. The entrance ticket costs 170 Czech crowns if purchased separately, but with this boat ride it comes included in the package. Walking further down the bridge towards the lesser town tower, the aroma of cinnamon on freshly baked Trdlenik invigorates your senses. A traditional Moravian cake, Trdlenik, found its way to Prague and the hearts of the tourists as the chimney cake. Made from rolled dough, wrapped around wooden sticks and baked, it is often served with a variety of toppings. It is hard to resist something as delicious and beautiful as this. The West Tower of Charles Bridge marks the district of Malastrana or the Lesser Town. Situated on the left bank of the river Vltava, it is one of the most ancient settlements in Prague. Founded in 1257, the town is built in Baroque style with daunting churches, palaces, and narrow alleys. The Church of St. Nicholas, a Baroque church, is the central attraction of Malastrana and can probably best describe the medieval history of Prague. The most prestigious hotel in Prague, the Alchemist Grand Hotel and Spa, is located here. Owing to modernization, embassies of several countries call it their home in the Czech Republic. Outdoor seatings of restaurants, coffee shops and eateries largely uphold the forgotten past of this pretty district of modern-day Prague. A short uphill walk along the narrow cobblestone alleys of Malastrana brings you to the splendor of the city, the Prague Castle. Constructed in the 9th century, it is the oldest district of Prague and overlooks the entire city. The castle was a seat of power for the Bohemian kings and emperors. It is the official office of the President of the Czech Republic in the current day. It is the largest ancient castle in the world, spread over 70,000 square meters. It is also the most visited tourist attraction in Prague. One can get to the castle from Malastrana in 10 minutes on foot, or can also take a tram that goes uphill to alight at Prague Castle. Walking up from Malastrana, the walkway leads you directly to Castle Square and the main entrance of the castle. A notoriously well-placed coffee shop with a view is just so hard to miss. The main gate of the castle is adorned with statues of fighting titans and palace guards below. The Czech flag flying high represents the head of state residing in Prague. At the hour of the change of guards, be sure to check out the procession and ceremony that follows. The castle is a stunning complex comprising of palaces and churches spread over several courtyards. The main attraction inside the complex, however, is the magnificent St. Vitus Cathedral, the most important church in the whole of Czech. This cathedral is also the most astonishing church in the whole world. Stained glass windows are some of the most transcendent works of art across Europe. It is the seat of the Archbishop of Prague and also the resting place of several kings and saints from the past. The entrance fee of 250 Czech crowns is worth it if you want to take a look inside the royal palace halls or climb up the great southern tower of the cathedral within the castle, the only deterrent being the snaky long queues outside the ticket booths. Walking further away from the complex, the flight of stairs is dotted with guitarists and bands of young musicians trying to appease you. Be kind to them if you feel like it. A quick walk brings you back to the lesser town that sums up the medieval history of Prague. Complementing its medieval heritage, today Prague has put on a new outlook for the millennials. Be sure to check it out in our next video. We hope you liked this side of Prague. Don't forget to like this video and hit the subscribe button. See you on the other side. Signing off for Saji's Travel Diaries. Until next time, travel, make memories.